Okay, my paints, I am trying to use my paints up because I want to move on to do some other stuff. And so I'm going to go through the list of what I've got. And yeah, we're going to just, that's what we're going to do for the next couple of pours, is use up paints. This green, I cannot remember what I mixed. I know I mixed the glue water mixture for medium, but I don't remember what color I used for this green. And I'm sorry, one of my other videos has it in it. This is Arteza's Rose. And this is Turquoise by, I believe, Arteza. No, it's, yeah. I think so. No, Deco Art. So it's Turquoise from Deco Art. This is my Deco Art Sapphire Emerald mix. Primarily the sapphire with just a little bit of emerald. You can't really see the green undertones, but they're in there. That's such a fun paint. I love it because you can change the depth of the blue, and you can blend it in such a way that you get this nice deep rich blue with those green undertones. That's what I love about it. Now this is a special paint. This paint had, when it was down to here, it had 1 drop of silicone in it when I filled it up, and then it got down to here. I used it, and now it's that full, and I did not, it's still got whatever remnant of that silicone that's left in it. It's in there. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know if this is going to make a mess. I really hope not, because you don't generally put silicone in these. You want cells and lacing, but you don't want massive amounts. So I'm going to use that sparingly, but I am going to use it. Okay. This is my 8-petal. My cat is running around playing and crying like a little monster at my feet. I'm his playmate. He wants me to play. I may have to shoo him out of here. Okay, so, white. The white is the same white that I've been using. I still have quite a bit of it left. This is going to be interesting. I am going to put this Peacock Pearl on first, because I really love it when the edges frill out. And the last one I did, it kind of distorted the definitive 8-petal thing, and I just fell in love with it. I was just so excited about it. It was so different, so pretty. My paint's a little bit thick. I don't know if you can hear my cat. He's standing at the stove, which has black glass, and he's looking at the cat in there and having a conversation. Aww. Now he's putting his head down on my slipper. Like, Mom, pay attention to me. I'm right here. Go get the mouse boots. He's looking for trouble, folks. Oh my goodness. They're worse than kids, because you can't really shoo them away. Can't tell them to go play in their room. I know. You talk to the people. Say hello to the people. Not sure where I'm going to put this green. Boy, my paints really have thickened up. Maybe I'll put a little green right here. I'm not sure. I guess I'll cover it with some white. Okay, now we're going to use this one more time here. I don't see any cells forming, so, but I know I will as soon as you get that paper towel on it, because it mixes the paint sort of. I'm sorry, my cat's just so persistent. I don't know, can you hear him? I thought I'd put some of this pink down, but apparently I hadn't. Wow. I'm going to have to turn this off and deal with this cat. He's just like all over my feet. Come on, honey. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. He was putting his head, like laying his head and shoulders on top of my feet. He just really wanted attention. Oh, that silly thing. I don't know if y'all have cats or even dogs, but they can really be quite persistent. Ooh, I better stop here. Not paying attention. Let me. I don't actually wear prescription glasses. These are those magnifying glasses. It's really strange. I was afraid they were going to fall into the paint because they're kind of generic. Those over-the-counter ones that aren't all that well fitted. Well, I do see some cells. I'm not going to be able to do very many layers because I've kind of gone almost as much as I can. I really didn't want to do that right there. Shoot, I'm not getting this lined up. It really is important to get it lined up to the center of these flowers, and it's okay. I think that's all right. I hope so. Oh, it's been a long week and it just started. I'm not pulling these out tonight because if I get that really ruffly effect that I'm hoping to get, that just doesn't fit in. pull that back as much as I can. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay. Wow, it's really weird because the darker blue is what is selling up. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I think we're going to go dark because my center was very light blue. It was apparently the turquoise and peacock pearl wanted to be dominant. And I barely have any pink, so let's do our center with a nice amount of pink. A rose color. This is actually rose. Looks pink to me. And yeah, see, it's off. I don't know what I did, but I didn't get it lined up. I'm really kind of worried about doing any more, but I think I'm going to put a little bit more of this one with the silicone and then just a tiny bit of white to cap this off. I really hope this doesn't spill over the edges. I don't like it when that happens. It's beautiful if you can get the whole thing to spill over, but you really have to have like multiple layers so it doesn't look like your flower is like, I don't know, it just looks weird to me. Like you're missing it, you know what I mean? It just looks out of place. I've been wanting to spin these, but oh, I have not told you, all my canvases, all of them for these flowers are 12 by 12 by 1. I apologize. And because they're so big, putting them on that turntable, they don't really do well on that turntable. They're just, they're too big. I could put a little piece of Velcro or something down, I suppose, but that's a little more work than I wanted to. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to come. I wish I could do this straight. Because I am not getting in the center of these. Because I didn't set my cup exactly squared. I am going to stick this in the middle and see if I can't. I don't have a super deep puddle, which is nice. I think part of the reason is because my paints were a little thicker. sort of looks out of shape, doesn't it? It looks like it's bigger this way than this way. Weird. I guess not perfectly round for some strangeness. I have no idea why not. We'll just have to see. Okay, I think I'm going to tip it a little bit because I don't like that. It's just very noticeable to me. For some reason it's not like perfectly round for some reason. I don't know why. There, that's a little bit better. See, it's kind of like this part is like dented in. I'm so silly about stuff like this. Like, you can't be perfectionist with pour painting, but I have a tendency to be that way. And it's to my detriment sometimes. All right, let's grab some paper towels or some napkins. And I got one. Let's see if that's going to be enough. Oh, I do want to torch this. I don't know if you can see the cells forming, and it's really weird because where I said I didn't see any pink, look, I've got, well, you probably can't see it, but behind this blue is where the pink is up there. But you can't see it on top. It's really weird. It's kind of cool though. It's like the pink was obscured somehow by the other paints, and it's peeking through in the cell, which I find very intriguing. This is very, very close to the edge there. Well, I don't know. Just do the best we can do, right? This way. Okay. This reminds me of the 70's and those psychedelic flowers that you would see painted on the sides of vans. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but that's what the colors on this one remind me of. It's so funny. So I'm just going to have to let that be. Look how thin these are. These are so thin. It's really a shame. That's why finding those at the dollar store, even though you don't get like a package of them, really made me happy to be able to find those. Because these just would not withstand this. They don't withstand getting wet at all. And if it weren't for the one underneath it, these would just fall apart. I think I'm going to do another. Oh yes, and the cookie sheet. You can take and put freezer paper or parchment on the bottom of your cookie sheet if you're doing this the way I'm doing it, and save your paper towel And when you pick it up, you're going to have a pretty pattern going on your parchment that you can dip other things into. I don't do that. It's just more effort than I'm willing to put in. Tell you the truth, but at this point in time, I'm really new to YouTube. I always thought that YouTube was for music, and I came on YouTube for years just to find music. I didn't know that there were videos that people put out. I thought it was mostly like movies, or I don't know. I don't really know what I thought. And it wasn't till like a year or two ago that I even knew that YouTube had videos from like just everyday people. So, yeah, I'm very new to the whole YouTube concept. And though I have made videos before, they've always been to make DVDs with. I used to do wire wrap and jewelry making, and my hands just won't do that anymore. It's just too hard on them. But so I made videos before, but they weren't like a video every day and then you post it and all that. I know nothing about that. I'm a novice when it comes to that. So I'm learning as we go. And I'm spraying the edges because there's so much bulk with this paper. There's just too much, and when you gather it up, it's really hard to gather it up and control it. Not that you really have much control, but well, that really pulled the paint off, didn't it? I am going to try my hardest not to slide this thing around, because I do have a habit of doing that, and I don't want to. I'm not getting it folded quite as much as I want. Darn it. I needed that paper towel to be smaller, and I wasn't able to consolidate it. So my center, again, is messed up, which is very annoying. It really frustrates me when that happens. Well, let's see if we can't fix it. It's not sure with what. With what shall we fix it? See, it made that like really oblong. I don't want that. And I don't want to bring a bunch of the black into it either. It almost looks like leaves in the center. Gosh, this really took off the paint on the edges. I really don't like this center. I don't think I really ever liked the center. It's kind of funny because now that I think about it, it's always the center that gets my goat. This one's really weird. I mean, it's really elongated. So I think I'm going to try and just pull it out a little bit. I don't know, guys. It's just a weird shape. The edges really got, and they're gorgeous. I mean, I got all kinds of cells, but it took so much of the paint off around the edges. The paper towel is just phenomenally gorgeous. But that's not where I want the gorgeousness to be. Well, I'm going to torch it. I'm going to fill in this paint and see if I can't rock it a little bit. And change this shape right here. I love the green and I love the white, but it looks like leaves in the center, which I guess is fine. But it's like, and remember I said the flower looks like it's like rounder here and here than here. That's what I'm seeing, and apparently that's exactly what it was happening. Anyway, I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to spread the black, and then we're going to work on this together. Okay, I have spread the paint all around, and I put a pretty good coating on it, and I want to not take it back off. I want to tap it because I really want this to level out. Okay, now we're going to just tilt it. Look, all of a sudden I got a really big blue circle in the center. Okay, I'm just going to play with it and try to fill this area. I hate that. I really don't like it at all. That's better. The center is just wackadoodle. Well, fiddly-dee. I don't know what to do because I am not happy with it right now at all. I like the colors. I like what the edges are doing, except for right there, it just looks so barren. I'm just lightly pulling this paint and kind of letting it kind of frill out, making like little jagged edges. Make it look worse. Oh well, this may be one of those canvases where it gets scraped, unless I can remedy what I'm disliking very much about it. It's just like it looks off balance to me with this hole. I know it's not a hole, but That's a little better. A little. And then I've got this really strange center where a big blue dot just came. And it's kind of shaped like a bulb, which is very strange. Well, I fixed that. Yay. Okay, so this side looks much better. I'm going to work on this side just a little bit. I hope this isn't boring you, but if you have a flower that, you know, you like, but you just don't really love, you can do some stuff. Like that. Just that jagged edge. It's almost like a carnation with the jaggedness of the edges. This certainly doesn't look like a carnation. I'm not sure what it looks like, but it's not a carnation. Okay, so let's pull this green out. And you know why this is like this is because my second, remember I said it wasn't quite lined up? That's why. That's what happens when you don't line it up. Exactly right. That's why we have it's not balanced. It's psychedelic, friends. It really is. I don't hate it. Filling that in, getting a little bit filled in there, gave it a little more balance. This is not my favorite flower, that's for sure, but I don't hate it. Okay, here we are. So, what do you think? You know what I'm thinking I might do is just grab a plastic fork and rake it right there and right there, maybe over here. The symmetry is really throwing me off, and I want to show you that center. See how elongated it is? I mean, it's not ugly, it just looks like a bunch of leaves. Maybe the flower is, I don't know, not developed or something, who knows. Anyway. But we did get cells right there. Isn't that cool? See where the pink, I told you the pink came through the blue? Look how pretty that is right there with all the little green specks. The little tiny cells, and then it kind of made its own little frilled edge around the pink. Okay, well, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment, even if it's not a good comment. Seriously, if you don't like it, I'm not, my feelings aren't hurt. I don't mind. So, thank you very much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.